sarcastic conviction. Garbage means
The sun rises over the dense, mist-laden jungle, its golden rays cutting through towering trees as the distant sound of drums echoes through the valley. The camera pans across an ancient city in ruins, half swallowed by vines and time, yet pulsating with a lingering energy that hints at a civilization once mighty and fierce. In the shadows, a lone figure emerges, moving with a combination of stealth and purpose. Ruddy Youngblood returns as Jaguar Paw, the resilient warrior whose story was only the beginning. His eyes, fierce and unyielding, scan the horizon, aware that the threats that once seemed vanquished are only the beginning of a new, darker chapter. The air hums with tension, and every leaf seems to whisper warnings of what's to come. The city is no longer the stronghold of a single tribe, but a battleground for multiple factions, each vying for control in a world where the balance between man and nature teeters on a knife edge. Tribal markings, fresh and symbolic, cover the walls, and every step through the abandoned stone streets tells stories of battles fought, victories claimed, and betrayals that cut deeper than any blade. Youngblood's character moves cautiously, alert to every crack of a branch, every distant call of an animal, as he navigates through what remains of his ancestors' empire. The trailer immerses the audience in a visceral world where the past and present collide, and survival requires not just skill, but cunning, strategy, and an unbreakable will. Jaguar Paw encounters a new tribe in the heart of the jungle, a group that has lived hidden from the known civilizations, untouched by conquest yet deeply entwined with the supernatural forces of the forest. Their rituals, illuminated by flickering torchlight, are both mesmerizing and terrifying. Faces painted with ochre and obsidian stare into the distance as chants rise and fall in sync with the drums, echoing the heartbeat of the earth itself. Among them, a young, defiant warrior named Ixchel is introduced, her piercing gaze revealing a fierce determination to protect her people at all costs. Played by an emerging talent whose presence commands attention, Ixchel challenges Jaguar Paw not only physically, but morally, forcing him to reconsider his purpose in this fractured world. The antagonist emerges subtly, at first a shadow, then a looming presence that embodies the corruption and chaos spreading through the land. He is a warlord whose ambition surpasses mere conquest. He seeks to harness the mystical powers that pulse through the jungle, bending the natural order to his will. His army, adorned with jaguar furs and bone ornaments, is as relentless as it is ruthless. The trailer hints at their terrifying efficiency, silent hunters at dawn and merciless invaders by night. Every clash of their weapons against stone, every scream that pierces the canopy, reinforces the stakes. Survival is no longer personal. It is the line between civilization and annihilation. Jaguar Paw's journey becomes as much spiritual as it is physical. He follows clues left by ancestors, markings etched into stone, and messages hidden in the patterns of nature itself. Rivers become paths of revelation, caves hold visions of the past, and the jungle itself tests him with traps both natural and supernatural. Flashbacks interweave seamlessly with present events, revealing his prior trials and the lessons learned from the original story. The trailer uses these moments to remind audiences of the intimate connection Jaguar Paw has with the world around him, showing that his strength lies not merely in physical prowess, but in understanding, respect, and intuition. The story delves deeper into the conflict between man and environment. Where once the jungle was a backdrop to human drama, it now becomes a character in its own right. Vines writhe like serpents, ancient stone temples emit a haunting glow at twilight, and storms arrive with almost conscious fury, forcing warriors to adapt or perish. This evolution elevates the narrative, emphasizing that the consequences of human ambition extend beyond immediate survival. They reverberate through the land itself. The trailer showcases moments of breathtaking cinematography. Waterfalls cascading into hidden pools, sunlight slicing through dense fog, and predators stalking silently, reminding viewers that danger is omnipresent and not always human. The plot thickens as Jaguar Paw uncovers a conspiracy that threatens not just a single tribe, but the entire region. Secret alliances, betrayals, and hidden agendas intertwine, creating a labyrinth of intrigue. Ixchel becomes both ally and challenger, their relationship evolving through tension, trust, and mutual respect forged in the fires of conflict. The trailer hints at their shared journey, navigating treacherous landscapes, surviving ambushes, and facing moral dilemmas that test the very core of their beliefs. Their dynamic offers both emotional depth and narrative momentum, keeping audiences invested in every perilous step. Apocalypto 2 introduces a range of supporting characters who bring both levity and intensity to the story. There is Tikal, a cunning scout with unmatched knowledge of the jungle's secrets, whose dry humor and clever tactics often save the day. Ahau, the aged spiritual guide whose cryptic advice challenges Jaguar Paw to think beyond immediate survival, and a host of warriors and villagers, each with their own motives and vulnerabilities, who collectively paint a rich tapestry of life in this era. The trailer intersperses moments of camaraderie and tension, showing the human side of survival, friendship, loyalty, fear, and hope, against the relentless backdrop of danger. The first major action sequence in the trailer sets the tone for the entire film. Jaguar Paw and Ixchel lead a small group through an ancient temple complex, navigating traps designed centuries ago to deter intruders. Stone mechanisms activate, massive boulders roll, and hidden spikes emerge, testing both agility and intellect. The sequence is fast-paced and chaotic, intercut with close-ups of strained faces, dripping sweat, and the instinctive reactions that define life-or-death situations. It is both a nod to classic adventure cinema and a demonstration of how survival in this world is never guaranteed, no matter one's skill or courage. As the trailer progresses, supernatural elements become more pronounced. Glowing glyphs, ethereal spirits, and visions of ancestors appearing during critical moments suggest that the jungle's power is conscious and responsive. These elements heighten suspense and mystery, offering glimpses of a world where the material and spiritual collide. Jaguar Paw must not only fight his enemies, but also interpret omens, navigate spiritual trials, and respect the forces that predate humanity itself. The trailer uses visual effects sparingly, but effectively, creating a sense of awe and foreboding that elevates the stakes without overwhelming the grounded, visceral realism of the action. The antagonist's presence is further established through a series of calculated, brutal acts. Villages are razed, sacred sites desecrated, and symbols of cultural identity threatened. These moments, captured in harrowing wide shots and close-up reactions, underline the menace of his character and the urgency of Jaguar Paw's mission. The trailer emphasizes that this conflict is not just personal revenge, but a fight for survival, heritage, and the very soul of the jungle. Audiences are left with a palpable sense of tension, as the stakes extend beyond individuals to the survival of a way of life. Jaguar Paw's internal journey mirrors the external threats he faces. Flashbacks to past failures, moments of doubt, and near-death experiences reveal a character who is evolving, learning, and confronting not only external enemies, but his own limitations. The trailer's narrative voice, though subtle, underscores the psychological weight of leadership and survival, illustrating that courage often requires confronting one's fears, regrets, and insecurities. These layers of character development add depth and resonance to what might otherwise be a straightforward action adventure. The trailer introduces breathtaking chase sequences through the jungle, featuring jaguars, wild boars, and the relentless terrain itself as adversaries. Tree branches snap, mudslides, and hidden ravines challenge the characters' physical and mental limits. Cinematic techniques such as sweeping aerial shots, tight tracking shots, and immersive sound design create a sense of urgency and immediacy, putting audiences on the edge of their seats. These sequences highlight not only the dangers of the jungle, but also the ingenuity and adaptability required to survive, reinforcing Jaguar Paw's enduring legacy as a master of both combat and strategy. Pivotal moment in the trailer reveals a hidden sanctuary, a place untouched by the chaos engulfing the region. Here, Jaguar Paw and Ixchel encounter remnants of an ancient prophecy, inscribed in stone and interpreted through ritual. The sequence blends mysticism with history, hinting at the intertwining of human ambition, nature, and the divine. The sanctuary becomes a symbol of hope, a fleeting glimpse of balance and wisdom that the characters must strive to protect amidst encroaching chaos. The trailer uses this moment to balance action with reflection, giving audiences both adrenaline and emotional resonance. The antagonist escalates his plans, setting in motion events that threaten to destabilize the fragile equilibrium of the jungle. Enormous war canoes glide silently down rivers, carrying armed forces poised for conquest. Nighttime raids, lit only by torches, create suspenseful sequences of stealth, strategy, and sudden violence. The trailer juxtaposes these human conflicts with the unpredictable forces of nature, suggesting that even the most meticulous plans can be undone by the environment itself. This interplay between human and natural forces underlines the recurring theme. Survival depends on harmony with, rather than domination of, the world around us. In a dramatic mid-trailer reveal, Jaguar Paw confronts the antagonist directly in a clearing surrounded by ancient monoliths. Their first encounter is a brutal ballet of skill, strength, and willpower, punctuated by shouts, weapons clashing, and the primal sounds of the jungle. The scene emphasizes not only physical combat but psychological warfare, as both characters attempt to anticipate and outmaneuver each other. The trailer cuts rapidly between close-ups, wide shots, and slow-motion sequences, creating a sense of cinematic tension that is both exhilarating and immersive, setting the stage for an epic confrontation that will define the course of the story. The stakes grow higher as natural disasters mirror the chaos wrought by human ambition. Torrential rain floods rivers, landslides reshape familiar paths, and lightning illuminates jagged cliffs. The trailer intersperses these events with moments of quiet introspection, showing characters pausing amidst destruction to contemplate survival, loss, and purpose. These sequences elevate the narrative beyond simple adventure, emphasizing the profound interconnectedness of life, death, and the forces that govern the natural world. Relationships are tested under extreme pressure. Jaguar Paw and Ixchel, though united by circumstance, clash over tactics, ethics, and the burden of leadership. Their dialogue, raw and compelling, reveals their humanity amidst extraordinary circumstances. Conflicts arise not only from external threats but from differing philosophies, revealing that survival is as much about compromise, trust, and understanding as it is about strength and skill. The trailer highlights these interpersonal dynamics through intimate close-ups, quiet exchanges, and moments of shared triumph and failure, deepening the audience's emotional investment. The final act of the trailer builds toward a climactic convergence of all narrative threads. Multiple factions collide, supernatural forces manifest in unpredictable ways, and the jungle itself becomes an active participant in the struggle. Jaguar Paw, Ixchel, and their allies must navigate treacherous terrain, survive ambushes, and decipher cryptic messages from the past. The tension escalates to near unbearable levels, with rapid editing, dynamic camera movements, and an intense musical score driving the energy to a fever pitch. Every choice matters, every step carries consequence, and the line between victory and annihilation grows thinner with each passing moment. As the trailer approaches its conclusion, moments of awe and spectacle dominate the screen. Giant stone temples crumble under the weight of both human conflict and natural forces. Rivers roar with untamed fury, and the skies darken with the promise of storms. Jaguar Paw faces the antagonist one last time in a sequence that blends raw physical combat with strategic intelligence and spiritual insight. The battle is epic in scale, yet intimate in its emotional stakes, demonstrating that heroism is defined not just by strength, but by wisdom, courage, and the willingness to fight for something greater than oneself. The trailer ends with a quiet, haunting moment. Jaguar Paw stands atop a cliff, overlooking the jungle that has both nurtured and challenged him. His gaze sweeps across the horizon, capturing a world scarred by conflict but still vibrant with life. Ixchel joins him, and together they survey the aftermath of battles fought and victories hard won. The camera slowly pulls back, revealing the vast expanse of the jungle, teeming with both danger and promise, suggesting that while one chapter may have ended, the story of survival, courage, and legacy is far from over. The screen fades to black, leaving audiences with a sense of anticipation, wonder, and an unshakable desire to witness the next chapter of Jaguar Paw's journey. Apocalypto 2, 2025, is slated for release on December 18, 2025. The film promises an epic continuation of the saga, blending historical adventure, intense action, and deep spiritual themes. The cast features Ruddy Youngblood reprising his iconic role, joined by a talented ensemble including the rising star portraying Ixchel, alongside Tikal, Ahau, and a host of compelling new characters. The trailer teases an experience that is visually breathtaking, emotionally resonant, and thematically rich, promising audiences an unforgettable cinematic journey through a world where survival, courage, and destiny intertwine in the most extraordinary ways.